Brock explains it's just one-on-one. Basically, a legal street fight with a few rules. That's what I liked about it. Ambitious and driven, Brock was determined to dominate. Participation wasn't enough. He needed to win. He cared little for the educational aspect of sports or other people's feelings. His passion was rooted in physically dominating others. In an interview, he confessed, "I was born to fight. I look like a killing machine, don't I? Born to fight to kill, but ready to die, though I never will." When classmates talked about college or being firefighters, Brock had one answer: fighting. At 17, he joined the military, envisioning a life of defending his country while embracing his love for combat. His family was proud, but Brock didn't see himself as a hero. He simply wanted a challenge. However, health tests revealed a color deficiency that left him unable to distinguish red from green. Instead of combat, Brock was assigned an office job. Frustrated and disoriented, he quit. Afterward, he took a construction job. It was a typical small-town life, working 9 to 5, drinking at bars, and dreaming restlessly of something more. Eventually, college offered an outlet. Though he skipped lectures and failed assignments, it gave him a chance to wrestle again. At the University of Minnesota, Brock became the NCAA wrestling champion in 2000, cementing his reputation as the best in his weight class. This success landed him a contract with WWE, where he was hailed as the next big thing. Vince McMahon pushed him harder than any other rising star, making him the face of WWE. It starts just above the navel and goes all the way up to the throat, almost into the throat. In his autobiography, he writes about it. "I felt like life was holding a sword right up against my throat. So I went under the ink gun because I never wanted to forget exactly how I felt at that time." The tattoo on his chest holds immense meaning. Ironically, the period of his life it represents is one he desperately wants to forget. Yet he chooses to use that memory as motivation. Brock Lesnar's body also boasts other dark motifs. For example, there's a large demon head with sharp teeth, under which is written the morbid statement, "Kill 'em all." Surely, Lesnar would have excelled at football too, if not for an accident. Whatever he sets his mind to, he dominates. In the UFC, he climbed the rankings, becoming the heavyweight champion. This earned him a reputation as one of the best martial artists in the world. He defeated the sport's biggest names with ease, dividing MMA history into two eras, before Lesnar and after Lesnar. Lesnar's success seemed unlikely. His training was brief and, according to experts, insufficient for professional-level competition in the UFC. But human-set boundaries and expert opinions mean nothing to Brock Lesnar. He breaks rules and redefines them with his exceptionalism. The only thing that could stop him was his declining health. Doctors warned that his condition could be life-threatening. Unable to maintain peak physical fitness, Lesnar lost the UFC Championship title to Cain Velasquez. Later, after his WWE comeback, he returned to the octagon to face Mark Hunt, one of the best heavyweights of all time. Hunt was tough, but not tough enough. Despite evidence of doping, Lesnar defeated him in an impressive performance. Another great, Conor McGregor, also returned to the octagon after a long break, but his comeback wasn't successful. McGregor once said, "Once you're out, you're out." Apparently that doesn't apply to Brock Lesnar, whom McGregor used to mock. Lesnar's response? In 2012, Lesnar celebrated his WWE return. To him, it was just a job, but Vince McMahon made arrangements that made it more bearable. Lesnar didn't have to tour as frequently anymore, appearing less often but earning more money, a status he had undoubtedly earned. From a business standpoint, Vince had no choice but to rely on Brock again, despite possible lingering anger over past issues. Lesnar received an unprecedented push, even breaking the Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania. Occasionally, he appeared in WWE for the paycheck. In 2015, a snowstorm grounded the entire Raw crew at an airport. Wrestlers and staff were stuck together, making the best of the situation. Lesnar, surprisingly social, spent a lot of money to keep the hotel bar open all night. Alcohol seemed to be his way of connecting with others. Seth Rollins capitalized on this, bringing Lesnar an ice-cold six-pack of Coors Light, Lesnar's favorite beer, to break the ice. Dealing with Lesnar wasn't easy. He looked down on many people, including Dean Ambrose. This lack of respect led to their disappointing WrestleMania 32 match. Frustrated, Ambrose couldn't connect with Lesnar, as his Shield colleagues Rollins and Roman Reigns had. Lesnar's disdain for others didn't change much with age. At SummerSlam 2016, he got into an argument with Chris Jericho. During a match with Randy Orton, Lesnar used brutal elbows to the head, leaving Orton concussed. Jericho, unsure if it was planned, confronted Lesnar backstage. A fight seemed imminent until Triple H and Vince McMahon intervened. Jericho even threatened, "He might kill me, but he'll live the rest of his life without a nose." Lesnar's aggression extended beyond rivals. After WrestleMania 34, upset by the crowd's disinterest, he angrily threw his championship title at Vince backstage. Only his wife, Sable, could calm him down. Despite controversies, Lesnar's life outside the ring reflects his untamed personality. An avid hunter and NRA member, he violated hunting regulations in 2011, resulting in a fine and license suspension. In 2001, he was arrested for alleged steroid possession, which turned out to be a misunderstanding. Lesnar respects few people, but among them is The Undertaker, despite their past differences. UFC President Dana White recalled an intense moment between them. Brock walked by, and it just blew up into this whole thing. Brock Lesnar is a loaded gun with a hair trigger. Whether in or out of the ring, he remains a man of conviction, arrogance, and untamed aggression. A beast, a businessman, and above all, a fighter. Thank you for watching.